Good afternoon. As new numbers come out for Lauderdale County, as we keep getting higher and higher with our numbers when it comes to the coronavirus, we go to the Board of Supervisors and we speak with Todd this afternoon. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Scotty, Ray, man, good to hear from you.
It's been a few years, hasn't it?
It has, man. It's been too long. It's been way too long.
It has. Now, with everything that's going on, I know there's a lot of folks in the county that are spooked, that are scared, that don't know what to think about what's going on. Our numbers today rose to, 39 cases that we have?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And that puts us in really, I think, in about 7th place in the state. With the Mississippi Delta having a lot more. And then when you get around Jackson, Hines, and Rankin, they're above us. But that prompted the governor to go ahead and put us under a stay-at-home ban. How are things going with this? What can you tell us about it?
Well, of course, Lauderdale County is an extension of the state. We didn't want to just rush into any kind of order for Lauderdale County as a whole. We wanted to sit back. We've been talking to the governor, Dr. Dobbs, and we've had several conversations over the phone with him. And, we didn't want to do anything on our own.
Right.
Because, for one, this is above my pay grade. This is above my wheelhouse. So, and the board also, we have to listen to what the state is saying. And through all the conversations that we've had over the past week and a half, this is what the governor felt that was best to do. This is what Dr. Dobbs felt best to do. And that's what concurred yesterday.
Right. Now, and I know there's been some talk about are all the nursing homes starting to see problems with this, or is it just that one that was brought up in the news?
As far as I know, a lot of people think we're privy to more information than what we really are. A lot of times we hear about it just like you do.
Yeah, on the news.
Through social media or through the Department of Health. We hear about it, and we had the option to get in the middle of all that, but the board said, look, we're not the most important ones here. The ones who need the information, that's the ones you need to be talking to. Fill us in when you can, but don't think that when there's a new case or there's something happening that you need to contact us first, because we're not on the front lines fighting this.
Correct.
Your healthcare professionals are, Lima, talking to MEMA and FEMA. Those are the ones who need to be on the front line and not us. So most of the time we're not privy to that kind of information.
All right, let me ask this. What has changed for average Joe that's sitting out there? Is his garbage pickup going to be changed? Can he go to the courthouse? What has changed in Lauderdale County that you can't do that you could, say, 3 or 4 days ago?
All right, well, I mean, even as yesterday, you could have went to the courthouse and picked up a new car tag. You could have, went to the tax assessor's office and filed for homestead exemption. You could have called one of the supervisors or administrator or road manager, and if you have a problem with your driveway, culverts, or potholes or anything like that, and we would have had a crew out there to fix that. All right, as of last night or this morning, we have shut down. Upon the recommendation of the governor and Dr. Dobbs and those other elected officials, we've shut the tax collector's office down.
Right.
Because as everyone pretty much knows, we had a countywide elected officials meeting yesterday, emergency meeting. And so they were all in there giving their input, and they all decided to follow suit. We'll all follow one protocol, and that's to shut down everything. So your tax collector's office is shut down. Your tax assessor's office is shut down. The county road department, which is one of the larger departments that we have in Lauderdale County, Rush May decided to shut them down also. So a lot of things has changed of what you could do. Now, your garbage service is still being picked up. That is an essential part of, making things,
right,
somewhat normal. That we can lean on. Now, the Supreme Court is actually in charge. I'm not going to say in charge of the courthouse, but as the workings that goes on in the courthouse, they are in charge of it. And the Supreme Court passed down a ruling that they have to remain open. It's their constitutional right, is a citizen's constitutional right to be able to go in, pay a fine, or to do business inside the courthouse. But we have those elected officials, the judges, your chancery clerk, circuit clerk, they have actually limited the staff. So the things that a lot of your chancery and circuit clerk have went online, and your judges have went online with a lot of stuff. You can sign papers and do affidavits and all kind of things online without having to actually go and physically talk to someone.
Right.
But there's some business that has to be done that can't be done online. They have to actually physically talk to someone and see someone. So that kind of business will remain open. But anything else that can be done online, that's what they're utilizing now.
Now, for the most part, and I think, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but Lauderdale County has pretty much really adhered to this. They've took this serious, and they're staying at home as much as they can. And most churches are either doing it online or from cars at this point, aren't they?
Yes, sir. And really, nothing has really changed as to what the day-to-day business of our citizens and our business owners were doing.
Right.
They heeded the warning. They pretty much shut down. I mean, you had some people out there that was just going to go until they were made to go. And, the last thing, and we took this into consideration when we did it, and I know the governor did also, once you start shutting businesses down, well, that's people's livelihood.
That's correct.
But on the other hand, that's also people's livelihood of catching this COVID-19, the coronavirus. It's a double-edged sword.
It is, and this morning, I talked about the numbers of this. At some point in about 21 days, they're saying that we will lose about 19 people a day in Mississippi at some point. And then as that number rises before it starts falling off, it could be up to 40-something people a day that die from this. So we do need to take it serious.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, you're talking about someone losing their life. I mean, that's a family member. That's a mom, dad, an uncle. Man, that's nobody wants to see that. Now,
That's
I know
correct.
their livelihoods will change. And even your credit score may go down or be bad or something. But man, it's nothing compared to losing a life.
No,
it
is not.
That is terrible. I don't even want to think about it. And a lot of times, people are hard-headed until it hits their family.
Yeah.
We sort of brush it off. And I'm glad people, especially Lauderdale County, we got excellent people. They listen. They adhere to what's been, what has been told to them. And they are really listening. What we did is just a government step that we have to do to maybe put us on a faster track of getting help federally. If it comes to that, which I hope it doesn't. Correct. But it just puts us on a faster track of getting that done. And us being the first county out of the state of Mississippi, so I'm hoping, the steps we are taking will put us on a faster track if it is needed, which we hope and pray it is not.
Correct, and but I don't want anybody to be shocked if they wake up in the morning. There's we're doing the thing today at the old Sears location where people can drive through. There could be a spike in numbers from that as well as people getting tested today.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm not the smartest person on the board, especially, but I think of it as just say drag racing. The more time you put in, the better you get. The more you do to your engine, the faster you get.
That's correct.
The more we test, the more cases we are going. I mean, that's common sense.
Yeah.
The more tests that we do, the more results that we get back, the higher our numbers are going to climb. Are we testing more now than any other, than most counties in the state that have low numbers? It's a very, very good possibility of that. Again, our numbers don't, look good, but we're not here for the numbers. We're here to protect the people.
That's correct.
And to get them help if they need it.
Well, Josh, I do appreciate you taking time out of your day today to speak with me about this. And anything in closing that you want to pass on to everybody?
Man, just, if we can't stress enough, just stay home. If you have to get out, which you have to get out,
Correct.
You need food, you need medicine, you need gas. There are things, and take advantage of being home with your family. There's honey-do lists. I wish school was back in because my honey-do list is growing every day. So, take that time. I know you need to go get gas for a weed eater and stuff. Just be cautious. Take precautions.
Wear gloves.
Not the whole family has to load up in the vehicle and go. one person.
Yeah.
You know, one person, because the more people you have out, the more people you come in contact with, is a greater chance that you may bring it back to your loved ones.
And we don't want that to happen at all.
No, not at all. Especially, you know, here, you know, one loss of life is too many.
That's correct.
And, you know, God forbid if we had to go to 40, you know, that is just horrible. And that'll impact Lauderdale County more than any kind of amount of money can impact us. So
yeah, there is no dollar out there worth your life, is it?
No, it is not. There, you cannot put a dollar amount. Now, I hope, you know, Scotty Ray, man, I hope we look back in 2 or 3 months and sort of chuckle at this. Well,
yeah.
we went overboard with that, didn't we? Well,
it'd be better, wouldn't it?
I hope we can say that. Yes, I hope we can say that. I hope we said we went overboard and we built it up for nothing. But, you know, right now, whenever your state officials and your federal officials are saying this is serious, take this serious, stay home, and enjoy your time home with your family. You know, that's what we need to do. You know, we need to adhere to that warning.
Well, Josh, thank you so much for talking with me, and you have a good afternoon, my friend.
Hey, you too, Scotty Ray. Good to hear from you, man.
All right. Josh Todd with the Lauderdale County Board of Supervisors.